Today, tonight, I'm not going to get into controversial topics, politics, or anything of that sort. I'm going to talk about what I've read and what I've absorbed from my tradition. I'm a Hindu, so there are enough thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of videos on YouTube on Hinduism, Bhagavad Gita, our tradition, great cultural heritage, and all that. I've been thinking about all these things, and I'm going to take only three ways of being happy. Contented, not happy, but contented. There are three ways you can do it, depending on all the things I've observed from different tradition, and that includes Hinduism because I am a Hindu. There are three ways you can achieve contentment in your life, and it is spelled out in of course our favorite book is Bhagavad Gita, and nobody knows. Suddenly, Bhagavad Gita became the most famous Indian text only about 150 years back, 200 years back. I don't know. Till then, nobody knew about all this. Anyway, I don't want to go into all those things. And there are a lot of wrong, ideas about Bhagavad Gita. Anyway, so I'm going to talk about as a psychological, a psychology student who has studied Freud, who has studied. I have studied philosophy. I have studied science. I have studied. I'm a learner. Okay, forget it. I don't want to list out all the subjects I've studied. What I'm trying to say here is there are three ways you can achieve contentment, and which is I'm talking about now from Hindu point of view through Vedas, Upanishad, Bhagavad Gita, and all that. There are three ways. I've got two more methods, but nobody understands it. It becomes too complicated. So one is you go out on the road, then you see somebody hungry, and you have the ability to help them have a meal. How does it feel? So karma yogi. So that is Vivekananda used to say the same thing. The best way to reach contentment, moksha is through service to others. In a small way, all of us do it because we are always karma yogi within our family. But if you, why don't you expand the radius of your service from family to society to committee to community to nation? So that's what one of the way Vivekananda used to say, being of service to others, regardless of your pain, but be of service. Even Gandhi used to say the same thing. Anyway, Gandhi is a enemy now in this country. 'Cause, anyway, I didn't want to. I told you I didn't want to get into politics. So just try it. Be kind to somebody, be helpful to somebody. You see the amount of love you get, then you're transported into a different level. Then you know in your heart that you are a good person. Then you are transported into a level of spiritual growth. Try that. Second is second way of being contented, being this thing which my mother used to do. My mother went through hell in terms of I don't know, I don't want to get into personal details of her thing, but she went through hell trying to raise 5 kids, educate all of them. Father had some problems in terms of his career and all that. There's not enough money. I was the youngest, so I was neglected and all those things. But somehow she made sure that every single person in the family was educated. Forget about how she coped with the life and all that. But one thing I know what my mother did every day, she had tremendous faith in God. Every day, 5:30 she'll be in front of the puja house. Wherever we stayed in the entire country, my father used to get transferred because he was in electricity board of Karnataka. Every 2 years we used to get transferred. But her sacred space she used to create in any house we used to stay. There will be a puja room. And first, break of the dawn, she'll be there praying. So, bhakti. First one was karma, second path is bhakti. That means whatever happens, have faith. And she was so good at that. She was always smiling. Things were going wrong left and right, and a lot of things, including me. I was doing all foolish stuff in my career also. My brother, did some foolish stuff, and still, she never stopped going to that puja room and pray. So this requires tremendous commitment, tremendous belief in that there is somebody I can pray to and it will all work out well. Bhakti. So first one was karma, second is bhakti. And the third one is how do you reach contentment? How do you reach, let us say, not contentment, but how do you come to terms with what is going on in life? Ups and downs and all that, then you don't know how to interpret what has happened to you. The third one is obviously jnana yoga, path of knowledge. First one is path of duty. Second one is path of worship and bhakti, prayer. Third one is path of knowledge. That's where I come in. Because I can't do the kind of passionate uh, prayer my mother used to do for the well-being of the family. Or I am not a extrovert where I can go mix with people and do service. I'm an introvert. I look for solutions within me. That is a jnana yogi. We look at the world, we know what's happening inside, then we say, can I get into a kind of a space where we understand the outside world and inside world? So I took the path of knowledge, and it was very, very difficult. This is most difficult. I'm not trying to compare all these three paths. What I'm saying is, having total trust in a god and have bhakti is easier. And giving service to others and finding some solace out of it, and becoming karma yogi is also easier. But to go into yourself as a knowledge seeker, I'm a knowledge seeker. I don't stop learning. But with all the modern this thing, there's no end to knowledge. So you have to sift through it. So it's a lonely path. Nobody will join you. Who's interested in your search for truths? So 80% of the world is about people who believe that they should be karma yogis, follow the rules of the society, do what is good for the society, take care of your family, take care of your friends, and all that. And 80% of the world is full of karma yogis, because that is the easiest way, because you've got friendship, you've got other people supporting you. It's a community based kind of activity, and you feel good. Bhakti is a little bit, because bhakti yoga is a little bit more complicated, because people think you're crazy, you're so obsessed with one particular way of expressing yourself. You put all your faith on some god or idol or something. You don't even know whether it exists or not, but you don't know whether it works or not. So it requires a lot of psychological strength to become a bhakti yogi, which my mother was. And jnana yoga is, you're thrown out on the ocean. Who knows? It's the most difficult path. I'm not telling you. You go to YouTube, go anywhere. You'll see hundreds of video comparing all these three paths. Why I share with you? Because it's the same thing. People should know who they are. What are you? Karma yogi, bhakti yogi, or a jnana yogi? Let me know. Thank you. Think about it.